Heidi Ho, good neighbors. I'm returning to the theme of gender in this video. However, as I was thinking about what I was going to say, I can't promise you that race won't creep in. So there you have it, you're forewarned. I think it probably upsets me more than it upsets you, but I may have to bring race into it. What I want to talk about today is whether women should approach men. I said in my previous video about gender differences that I'm fairly old-fashioned in my views of gender roles, gender differences, how men and women relate to each other. And I feel that women should not approach men. It seems to me in this modern day we've passed the millennium, and I guess I'm just kind of out of it, but I hear all these things where women are being advised to approach men. I think that is such bad advice, and just I'll say it, unnatural. I guess the women's movement, feminism, is what started this. And I guess I do feel that there was a reason for the women's movement. There was justification for it. Things like, if you think of things like, women weren't always allowed to vote in the United States. That sort of thing needed to change. Women were really mistreated. Back in the old days, you used to hear about men beating women, and well, what we call domestic abuse now. And they would just, if the police were called, they would just have him take a walk around the block to cool off, and then he'd come back, and it's in all likelihood eventually he would kill her. Women weren't allowed the same pay for the same work. Now me, I've told you I'm old-fashioned, so I don't believe in the same work. Okay, I know I'm going to upset a lot of people. I just don't understand why women want to be firefighters, why women want to get in the boxing ring. I just do not get that. Now, if women want to be doctors, lawyers, where you use your brain, that I can see. But some of this physical stuff, women physically, as I've stated, women physically aren't as strong as men. Leave that to the fellas. Leave all that stuff that requires brute strength to the fellas. And I kind of lost my train of thought there. Remember my other video, if you saw it, I got so lost in the women's version that I forgot my main point. So I'll just start up wherever I can. One point that I think I should make, just because men do something, that doesn't make it the preferred way of doing that thing. That doesn't make it the correct way that a woman should do it. Just because men are bodybuilders, that doesn't mean that women should strive to be bodybuilders. So all that stuff, all that requires brute strength, leave it to the fellas. It's best left. I want to be the one standing back, oohing and eyeing while a man's flexing his muscles. So when you'll notice that if there's a problem, it seems to me, I've observed, that if the pendulum is too far in one direction, it swings when the correction is made, it swings too far in the opposite direction. Too far. Women being firefighters, women bodybuilders, and women approaching men. The pendulum has swung too far in the opposite direction. I'm hopeful that eventually the pendulum will swing back to where it should have been. But this women approaching men, no, I'm against it. And I don't care how many people are saying it should be done. No. You hear men advising women, oh, well, you women ought to be bold enough and approach a man. No, look, there's something wrong with any man who is advising women to approach men. The only reasons, I can only think of a few reasons why a man would not approach a woman. The first reason is he's just plain not interested. And believe me, I was 39 and 50 seconds years old when I got married. So those who can't understand my little jokey joke, there are 52 weeks in a year. I was 2 weeks from turning 40 when I got married. So believe me, I've read all the books on how to find a husband. Some of them, there are some out there who advise women never to approach a man, and those I agree with. But there are others that tell you to bat your eyes at him and then find reasons to call him and, just keep yourself, not necessarily out and out asking him out, but just keeping yourself under him. I'm here to tell you none of that works. It doesn't work if he's not interested in you. No amount of batting your eyelashes at him, no amount of just happening to be in his path will get him interested. So one reason, he's just not interested, and asking him out will not make him interested. So it's just not a good idea. Another reason is, I've heard some advice given that, oh, well, what if he's shy? I don't believe there's any such thing as a shy man who is interested in a woman. Men are not shy. If they want you, they will pursue you. So it goes back to he's just not interested. If he hasn't approached you, he's just not interested. Now, I know you might say that, well, he's giving me these longing looks, and believe me, when I was in my 20s, I had my share of that. And I've gotten some out-and-out stares, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, if you're interested, make your move. I know you're not sitting here waiting for me to approach you. Make your move. If he's truly shy, and you have to make the move to get you together, you will have to make every move after that. And once again, I'm speaking from experience here. You do not want a man who's shy. You do not want to have to ask him to do everything. I'm trying not to get too explicit here, but if you have to ask him out, you will have to ask for everything. I know this from experience. So it's, once again, that's if he is truly is shy and is interested in you, it's not going to be a good thing. If he accepts your invitation out, it's not going to go well. Like I say, private message me, I'll go into more detail, but it's not a good thing. And I've heard this advice given, say, if a black woman is interested in dating a white man. Once again, the same thing applies. If he hasn't asked you out, he's just not interested. I mean, and you can't make him interested by tittering when he's around. I've seen some women just get out and out coarse and vulgar, and I don't believe men like that when women get coarse and vulgar. If he is giving you those longing looks, I'm telling you, it's not going to go well if you have to approach him ever. Any race, any color, creed, it's not going to go well. The last reason I can think of why a man may not be asking a woman out is he's just so arrogant that he feels that she should approach him. Once again, you do not want to deal with that type of arrogance. That it will not be good in the long run. And I feel if the next woman comes along and has a better offer, he would probably leave you for her. So please observe the law of nature. Let the men approach you. that is the natural order of things. I know a lot of people will disagree, but okay, just tell me, post a comment, tell me why you disagree, and I will rebut it. And so, anyway, let me know what you think.